Hi there, welcome to the Dyke March 2021. I'm Sue Wells and I'm the benevolent dictator of the Toronto Amazons Motorcycle Club, and we've been leading the Dyke March since its inception and also the Pride Ride since its inception. So we've been around for a while, and it's too bad we're not actually on the streets at the parades this year, but hopefully next year, fingers crossed. Because I think it's important for us to be visible in the broader community. The crowds that come to those parades are amazing. Like, I can say at the first Pride parade, basically people were throwing stuff at us. There was 4 of us and maybe 200-300 queers with us, behind us, and it was not a happy reception for us. But we kept going, and now I could say there's too many people at this parade. People are fainting. It's always the hottest weekend of the summer, weirdly enough. But anyway, it's great fun, and it's good for visibility, and especially the Dyke March, because I've been around as an activist in the gay community for a lot of years, and there were divisions between the men and the women. And I know when the first Dyke March happened, there was quite a lot of men that were angry. You're splitting the community. And but then there were some fantastic ones that had signs saying, "We love our Dyke sisters, we love our Dyke sisters." But there was this real feeling that somehow we were splitting up the community. But my feeling about the Pride Parade, especially these days, is it's kind of like any news report. If it bleeds, it leads. So if it's naked men, if it's men with muscles and no tops on, and drag queens, and I love drag queens, don't get me wrong, that's what gets on the news. But we need to see it's people that look just like you wouldn't know they were gay, and especially lots of women. So that's why I think the Dyke March is really important. And I feel it's always a little bit, it's a lot more political than the big corporate event, dare I say. So everybody, hope you're being safe, hope you're managing to get out on the streets walking. Lots of people come by here walking and enjoy our garden. And we actually are going riding because that's actually a safe thing to do. Get some exercise, get out there. And next year we'll be out there on the streets, on our bikes, on our floats, all the other things that happen at the parades. So, happy Pride. Back in 1978, when I was with Susan Miner, we took a motorcycle riding course, went out and bought a couple of bikes, and I'm a groupie, and I like to explain that in as much as I'm an identical twin. I was in the womb with somebody else, so I need to always be with somebody else, so like a group of people preferably. So I said, let's start a club, and we'll call it the Amazons, and I'll embroider the patches myself. I've embroidered almost 100 of these over it's 43 years this year. 8, 9, 10, 11, 44 years this year. And then we often go to Quebec we started a week away every year in 2000. And so we've been Finger Lakes, New York State, Pennsylvania, not going to the States anymore for political reasons. Quebec is our choice of a week away this year, so up to Tadoussac and the Saguenay Valley is fantastic. It's a little harder going west. There's a lot of nothingness before you get to somethingness. So, so we're real riders, and we always need new members. If anybody sees this and wants to contact me, feel free somehow. I'm the benevolent dictator because we don't have, it's a group of, should be a riding club really. We don't have rules, regulations. Just obviously safe riding rules, but there's no membership fee or anything like that, or a constitution like a lot of clubs in the States have. It's like, oh please. It's just a bunch of friends that like to ride together, and I've tried to ditch the lead role over the years. So we had a great member, Barb Schuler, who took over for I think 4 years. Oh my God, we did fantastic rides with her. She took us to South Dakota. That was excellent. But she's living in, she's retired up to Elliott Lake now, so we've lost Barb. But so it's back to me. Nobody wants to lead a ride. I don't know how hard that is. It doesn't seem very hard to me, but I'd love, yesterday we went for a ride and a gal named April, one of our trans gals, led that ride, April, and she did a really good job. So I'm trying to encourage people, just lead a ride. You'll find it's actually quite easy. And then I don't have to plan the whole thing because I've been doing it for all those years. So that's the Amazons, and I just want to keep it going.
You're doing a great job of it.
My shoulders and my knees last a few years longer, I hope I've got a few more seasons left in me.
My name is Sarah Kachopoulos. I'm a butch lesbian artist in Toronto, Ontario.
I'm Sophie Jones. My pronouns are she, her. I live in Toronto. I DJ, I bake pies, and I throw events.
Hey, Dyke March. My name is Natasha Lawrence. My pronouns are she, her, and Natty, and I'm a community health worker, a certified HIV tester, and a sexual health educator at Women's Health and Women's Hands Community Health Center.
My name is Aggie. I'm from Hong Kong. Emigrated to Vancouver in 1994, moved to Toronto in 1998.
And I'm Vivian, and I grew up here, just up the street from where our bar is, actually.
What we thought the city in the whole was lacking in a good, relaxed cocktail bar, and decided, well, you know, what the city also, what the East End also was lacking was a gay bar. So we decided to merge the two together. So we decided on a gay cocktail bar.
It was started by Ruth Cutler and Debbie Goldmetz in the year 2018 in June. It was a space that she and Debbie created for people who are feeling lonely, disconnected in the lesbian community in Toronto.
Hen House was a collaboration with 3 other amazing queer DJs. At the beginning of the pandemic, we created a weekly Zoom party for queer women, trans, and non-binary folks, featuring local and international DJs and drag performers.
Women's Health and Women's Hands Community Health Center provides primary health care to racialized women and gender nonconforming individuals from African, Caribbean, Black, South Asian, and Latin American communities within the Greater Toronto Area and surrounding municipalities.
It was very difficult because at the beginning, we weren't really allowed to sell cocktails for takeaway. We were allowed to sell cocktail kits, but it really didn't represent who we were.
Cultural disconnect, I have found. With the pandemic, there hasn't been what our community has been able to offer. With not having a sense of community in the physical form, I find that there's been a cultural deprivation.
For me personally, the biggest challenge was not being able to work. As someone who DJs a lot and works in hospitality, it was definitely a big change of pace.
Our staff has faced multiple challenges during the pandemic. We are a very community-driven organization, so not being able to see clients in person and provide a warm and welcoming space, and challenges with clients' access and adaptability to virtual platforms in order for services to resume.
Slowly building up inside, building up our menus, rebranding, retooling everything, making sure it works with any possible regulations we could face. It's waiting. It's just waiting for us.
We have conducted check-ins via phone, email, and on telecommunication platforms such as Zoom to identify what our client current needs are and how we can support.
Is important because individuals make up community. And those individuals and people that you need to connect to is a part of being human.
Be kind and gentle with yourselves. Know that you are loved and celebrated. Keep on standing, keep on marching, and know that change is going to come.
Hi, I'm Sika Saccone. I am the founder of Queer Party Series Lavender, and I am the co-founder of Flamingo Markets. I am so honored and grateful to be here for Pride Toronto's 40th anniversary and for Lavender's third year celebrating it with Pride Toronto and our second year doing it virtually. I am so excited to be here, even though I do wish we were celebrating it in person. One thing that's been really getting me through these times is reflecting on our times taking up space on Church Street and looking forward to doing it again. And I wrote a poem about it, and I wanted to share it with you today. It's called 931. 9 minutes. I can still smell the last 50 years of good decisions that have been spilled and stained to the walls. 8 minutes. The door staff getting ready for the silence to be replaced with queer bodies, queer joy, dancing, touching, laughing, taking up space. 7 minutes. The lights dim, the fluorescents flicker, gently waking up the disco ball for her shift for the night. 6 minutes. The DJ starts the bass, vibrations fill the silence. My excitement, anxiety is louder. 5 minutes. The denim Dykes are hungry tonight. They make their rounds in the lineup outside. Whose makeup will they smudge on the dance floor? 4 minutes. 2 patrons sneak past security to touch up their red lipstick in the golden confetti bathroom. I turn the other way. A privilege I happily give to all femmes. 3 minutes. Once they said we'd be lucky to fill up half a bar, we're still stuffing them full at 11:30 3 years later with 300 of our closest friends. The burlesque performer's suitcase's squeaky wheels announces their arrival. Eyeshadow half complete, running between her 9 to 5 and the green room. 1 minute. The bar rails and bottles are sweating in anticipation. How many lips will kiss them tonight? 1 shot with the bartender to start the night off right. Cheers. Church Street is ours tonight. Thank you so much, and thank you to all of the Dykes out there for making the world a better place. Happy Dyke March Day and happy Pride. I hope we're all counting down in person next year.
I am a proud brown Trini Carib Callaloo Dyke, fierce, tenacious, and persistent. This is the story of my strong brown Trini Carib Dyke body. My story begins with my silky blue frog shorts, my badge of courage and access in my life during my mid-40s, when my body and I were in our prime. My silky blue frog shorts were my icebreaker in my relationships. They literally opened bedroom doors for me. When I wore my silky blue frog shorts, I felt desirable. My magical shorts enticed women to touch me, stroke me, and caress my strong brown legs. Women noticed my silky blue frog shorts before they saw my brown body. My brown body and I took a different path on our journey in my late 40s. We were ravaged by psoriasis and psoriatic arthritis, a 2-month coma due to alcohol poisoning, and 4 long months of physical rehabilitation. My newly changed brown body had to get support from my walker, Iris, and my cane, Hugo. I felt betrayed by my now not so strong brown body. Where was the strong brown body of which I had been so proud? My journey of getting to know my new shape and size of this brown Dyke body continued through my early 50s. Who would like this new brown body? Who would want this new brown body? Would I still be desirable to other Dykes? Do I still look like a Dyke in this new shape and sized brown body? Differently abled? No longer could this brown body fit into those silky blue frog shorts. What would become of me and my new brown body? My newly shaped and now differently abled brown body and I had to learn how to love and embrace each other. A big challenge. What would I wear now to entice women? My new brown body and I had to shout out to the many doctors who poked, prodded, and diagnosed us as fat, obese, sick, unhealthy. Diets, exercise, medications, prescriptions were words yelled at us. My new brown body and I had to struggle to be heard above the din and clamor of God-identified doctors who told us we were lazy, ugly, undesirable. Now, my strong, brown, Trini, Carib, Dyke body and I entice women with our new tropical, purple surf shorts. Will these opened bedroom doors get brown legs stroked and caressed? My newly shaped and once more strong body and I, now differently abled, live a proud and healthy life with great support from Iris, Lily, and Hugo. And I continue to live and be a proud brown Carib, Trini, Callaloo, Dyke, fierce, tenacious, persistent.
Connection. I never thought that a global pandemic would bring us so close. I feel like more than ever, I am connected and closer to community, more than I imagined. I think that in this time of isolating and quarantining, that we are now in a place where we have to choose and make very intentional choices on who we spend our time and energy with. Gone are the days where we just chill with people that we don't even like or care about or want to see us do well. I think community, especially this Black queer community, has held me personally together. I love seeing our joy. I love seeing our love. I love us. We spend so much time worrying and our minds filled with anxiety on what people's next moves are, but when we know that we are surrounded by people who have our best interest in mind, it makes spending time and connecting with people feel like a vacation, like a getaway. You're able to get out of your head and just be present. I think that's why community is so important. Finding people who think like you and people who love like you is so important. I think once all of this is done, I will definitely make less mistakes of just giving everyone my energy. And though I miss the closeness, I miss the touch, I miss feeling something. I miss feeling my sweat against someone else on a dance floor. I miss making out with strangers on a dance floor. I'm learning that there's so many more beautiful, exciting things in this world. But nothing beats the closeness that you find in genuine, real connections. I honestly don't think I've ever used Instagram so much in my life. But digital connection is connection as well. Seeing my friends outside smiling in the sun, it's just a glimpse of joy. I know that there is such thing as toxic positivity, but in this current state, I'm looking for any reason to stay positive, but also making space to just be sad and feel my feelings, cry, just feel. Definitely hard, definitely difficult to find happiness in such dark, confusing times, but I truly believe that it's there. When you look hard enough, you'll find it. We've all been through really dark times, and this has definitely been a hard time to have a hard time in. But it's the perfect time to connect within. I feel like this year has been about my healing and my personal journey of just taking time for myself. I spent a lot of time searching for things just to make me happy, to make me feel again. But why do I have to look outside if there is happiness to be found within? Everything is always easier said than done, of course. But where does that happiness lie if it's not within? So I'm going to be more intentional about the connections I make, because if I'm on this search for happiness, search for something fulfilling, search for a connection, I have to find it within myself first. And then that string that's tied against my finger, almost like a fishing line on a fishing rod, I can then catch and hold on to more new connections because I'll be healed within. Though healing isn't linear, it's a process, and I don't know if people ever actually become healed or if it kind of just scabs over. The scars from my past will always be there, for sure. And that scab that forms over it is a reminder of what I've been through. But that fishing line, it'll catch a lot of different things. It'll pick up things that I might hurt from, things that might be dangerous. But I'm sure that with each new fish that comes onto my line, there's something there for me to learn. Life is all about lessons, right? We're all the stars of our own novel, let's say. But how do we want this book to end? I want mine to end on a good note. I know that's for sure. Connection.